Hi guys. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make this turtle. And growing up in Hawaii, the top two most aquatic designs I had to make was a turtle and of course a dolphin. So we did make a turtle, but not like this because I didn't know that you can twist round balloons. And I learned that later down the road, but we did it in 260s and it still worked, but the round in the eyes, it works. It really works. But with the shell and the back, you don't really have to use a round. You can use a 260, and I'll show you later in the tips that you can use a 260 instead of a round. But I like the round now. I may change over time, but it just depends on your preferences. So get your balloons ready because we're gonna make this coming up.
So here are the balloons you're going to need. You're going to need a 260 lime green, a 260 mocha brown, a 5-inch white round, and a 5-inch mocha brown. As for the pens, a black Sharpie should be fine, but I prefer my black Super Sharpie and a red Sharpie. In this tutorial, I'm going to display two different views. On the left, the performer's view, how it looks when I'm twisting the balloon, and on the right, the audience view. Feel free to choose which one you prefer, and also let me know which one works best for you, and leave it in the comments. So we're going to start off with the 260 lime green balloon, and we're going to leave a 6-inch tail. Pretty much most of my 260 balloons, I always leave a 6-inch tail. It's just because I like to soften the balloons at times. So we're going to start off with a 1/4-inch balloon, bubble, and then the second bubble, when I get it, nope, I missed that one. I'm going to do it again. The second bubble right there. Okay, and I'm going to pinch twist the second bubble. And this is a tactic I found practical that's very fast and quick. So I'm actually doing 2 pinch twists. So I did the secondary bubble. And so the first bubble, what I do is I grab the nozzle and just wrap it around the second pinch twist so that it looks like I have 2 pinch twists locked in place. And that's just a fast, practical way, especially when you're speed twisting. You don't have to do pinch twists in the beginning. So you do the second one and then I do the first one. Now we get a 5-inch round white balloon, and it's about a golf ball size, a little bit bigger than a golf ball size, but we want to soften it. So when you tie it, you don't want to tie it tight, the nozzle. And you split that in half where the nozzle was. And I twisted about a good rule, especially around, is 3 to 4 times. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it on top of the 260, and I'm going to wrap it around and lock it in to the 2 pinch twists. And when you want to lock it in, you want to lock it in snug, not tightly snug, just loose wrap, nicely wrapped around, and not too loose because the 5-inch round will unravel if it's too loose. So you want to just to wrap it nice and round in between, and it will lock itself in place and the 5-inch rounds won't unravel. Also, what I'm doing now is I'm actually pushing the 5-inch rounds. Once I lock it in, I grab the 2 white ends and I pushed it forward so the front of the loop twist has a taper in the front. Now I'm going to do a neck. So I do a 1-inch bubble and I do another 1-inch bubble and I lock twist the second bubble. And that's my connection point for the arms and the shell. And so now after the pinch twist, I'm doing 2 loop twists, 2 small loop twists, like 2-inch loop twists. And those are the 2 arms, the front for the front. Now I'm adjusting. So now you get to see the front. Now I'm going to add a mocha 5-inch round balloon. It's about the size of an orange, but it's soft because I'm going to make a sidewall bubble on the other end of the where the nozzle is. Not exactly on the end, but what I'm going to do is first I'm going to wrap the nozzle in the front where the pinch twist and the 2 loop twists is, the front of the turtle. Once that's locked in, I squeeze the rest of the 260 just so it can be softened, and with the sidewall bubble instead of going on the other exact end, I kind of just go about a quarter of an inch off the side. That's why it's a sidewall bubble. And I lock it in with the 260, and I twist it a couple times with the 260, but I also add 2 loop twists for the back tail of the turtle, and that will lock the sidewall bubble in place as well. It's more secure. And then I make an extra bubble for the tail of the turtle. And of course, the tail of the balloon, you kill the rest, but you might have enough slack to not even tear the balloon. So if you had to tear the balloon, I wrap it up. As you can see right now, I just wrapped it up on the performer's view where I hid the scrap, the left of the over of the scraps. So there's the turtle. So I do get one more balloon. It's about 5 to 6 inches of mocha brown. And I use the nozzle and I lock it in the front just like how I did with the 5-inch round, where the pinch twists and the 2 loop twists are. And I squeeze the rest of it, and then I wrap it around the bottom of the brown and lock it in the same exact place where I started. And that extra scrap that you see that's dangling, you're going to use that also as a strap, and you have to attach it on the other end. And when you attach it to the 2 back feet, you attach the tip of the tail of the balloon, so that you could have that extra slack, so it could be on a wrist, it could be on a headband. So right now I'm fixing it up. There we go. Performer's view, audience view. And there's a slack that you could put on your wrist. It could also go on your head. And that will be a tip later. So as for drawing, for my turtle eyes, I do a little different than I normally. You can make a circle if you want, but what I do is an oval shape, but I start from 2 o'clock, go backwards all the way to 4 o'clock, and then I go inside and back out. So it kind of looks like a reptile look. And I do actually do that for my dragons, my turtles, some reptiles. It looks cool, but you can make an oval shape and use the white dots after that. But as for the mouth, I make a curved, instead of a straight line, I make a little curve on top, and on the bottom I make a U, and then I make a tongue inside, so you can make another circle, and in between the tongue and the curved U, I color it in the black, and then I also make dimples on the side of the curved, top of the curve line, and also, as you can see, I'm filling in the red of the tongue. It's optional. If you're in a hurry, you could just use a black Sharpie, and if you don't have a red Sharpie, just use black. It's okay. But if you have the red, it actually does help out a little bit, especially in the light. So yeah, there it is. And it's a wearable, or wrist friend.
Okay, now for the tips. Like I said earlier, when we were making this turtle, back in the day, we didn't have this round. And so my alternative was using a 260. And I still use the 260 shell because I make other designs out of the shell, like Pocket Monster, that is a turtle, Ninja, that is a turtle, those kind of things. And I use a 260 version of it, or I use the round. It just depends on preferences, but I'll show you what I do with the 260 round. It's quick and easy. It's not that hard. And I'm going to show it to you right here. So here's a naked turtle right now. And now I'm going to use the 260 shell. So similar to this, all I did was I put the 5-inch round, and then I wrapped around a 260. But now I'm going to blow up a little more of the 260, and I'm going to continue. Now I'm going to go on the B-roll because I'm gonna be squeaking this bad boy right now.
All right, so I'm gonna blow up a balloon about a good 8 inches, and on the nozzle I'm gonna wrap it in the pinch twist of the front of the turtle, and then I make about a 1-inch bubble, or 1 to 1.5 inch bubble, another 1/2 inch bubble or 1-inch bubble, and you're gonna pinch twist the second bubble right about now. Okay. And that's the top of the shell. Now we're going to do about a 1.5 to 2-inch bubble similar to the first bubble, and then we're going to attach it to the back of the turtle. And then that one will be about 2 to 3 inches. Basically, you're going to split the rest of the balloon in half, and we're going to push it to the front of the pinch twist, and the leftovers we're going to push it to the back on the other side, and the left of the tail we're going to just wrap it around nice and secure, and the little extra piece you just want to wrap the tip of the tail to the front so you can have a scrap piece so that you could still have a wristlet, or a wristable, whatever you want to call it, to put on a kid or person's wrist. Now we just adjust it here and there, and there you go.
So it does pass. Like I said, it's out of sight, out of mind. So if you make this one, they're gonna ask for this one. You make this one, they're cool with it. I mean, it passes. So like I said, if you're out of 5-inch rounds and you got to figure out a way, especially when you're doing a lot of restaurants, you need this bad boy. So yeah, this is just an alternative.
So one more tip that you can do with this turtle, if you have a little bit more time, you can put it on water. So I would usually use a 6-petal flower or a 7, whatever, and then you slide it in, and it's locked in cute underwater. And then you can grab a headband, all right, and just slide it underneath. Where you would put your wrist on, you would just slide it right there and just put it on top of your head.
Well, the last tip of the day is, if you haven't seen my previous videos on my penguin, I'm gonna teach you what's called a spin-off. Basically what a spin-off is where most of us artists would create a design or see a design and then tweak it one way or another to make another design out of it. And like I said, with this shell, of course I made multiple designs out of it, like a famous ninja or a famous pocket monster that is a turtle base in that way, and also a famous dinosaur like this guy right here. So like I said before, this was based off my penguin on the top and my turtle shell in the back, and I'd be able to create this bad boy quick. It's pretty quick. It does it in, I could do it in about 4 minutes, I think 3 to 4 minutes, depending on how fast I want to be. And that's that. So if you want to know how this is done and you want me to teach you this, leave a comment down below, or if I did do a video of this, links are in the description as well. So yeah, hope you enjoy.
All right, guys, that's my video. So if you like what you've seen, don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget the notification bell to get all my latest updates whenever I pop up a new video. I plan to do a video once a week, and hopefully, well, that's the trend. I'm trying to do once a week, be consistent, and maybe I might add a little more in the future. But also, if you have any questions or comments that could help me better my content, or you have ideas that you want to see or want me to create, feel free to put it in the comment section. And other than that, I'm going to see you guys next week. So catch you later. Deuces.